has a purpose. It's not like you just sit in a room somewhere and you're like, well, the red would kind of go with the pineapple and whatever.
Oh, no, it's a recipe.
It's a recipe. And all of the ingredients have purpose, not like what you see at your local store. This one is brand new in the sense that we have never done a buy more, save more before on this. So you may have experienced the Nature's Finest with the Greek yogurt in the past, but never in a buy more, save more. You are saving $15 by doing it with the set of 6, so you can do 3 jars or 6, and there's no auto delivery on this one because you know what? The yogurt, we can only ship until May, and then we have a cutoff, so I get more than 1 set. How are you, my dear?
That's a good idea. Good to see you, sweetheart.
Good to see you, too.
Good to see you, sweetheart. Now, I'm excited about this situation with this one in particular because, first of all, the Germack customer, you communicate with me, and we listen at Germack, and we listen on the .com, and you usually say one of 2 things. Wow, thank goodness I bought more than one.
Right.
Or, darn, I just bought 1 set, and my husband ate it all.
Exactly.
And it was so good. Or something like that happens.
Husky husband.
That husky husband.
Finishes off all of these.
But
so
I'm glad to have this one back. We haven't had it since last spring.
it's been many, many months. And so this is the first time with the Buy More, Save More. And what you're seeing is it 8 individual ingredients that go into making this?
8 special ingredients.
What does that mean, Nature's Finest?
Nature's Finest. Well, we're kind of going back to our smarter choices after the holiday season. We throw in some fun things, and there's certainly nothing wrong with having the fun things. But we're going back to some more fruits and nuts, specialty items in here, and the Greek yogurt drops. That's one of them. That's not white chocolate. Those are Greek yogurt drops, and we're going to show you everything that's in here.
Those are hard to come by.
They are hard.
Which is why we don't do them all year.
That's right. That's why we can't do them all year, and then they melt during the summer. So we have sort of a limited time here. We also have a very important specialty guy up here. If you want me to start going through this,
go.
I see your eyes. Because you know what I'm getting ready to talk about. This has strawberries in it. This is a dried strawberry. This is the only mix that Germack has that has dried strawberries. And look, it still looks like a strawberry.
Right.
I was at the supermarket the other day and went to the gourmet section, and they had these weird looking things that did not look like strawberries. You sink your teeth into that, my friends, and if you haven't done it already, you'll remember it. These are our batch roasted cashews. Germack's been batch roasting now for almost 92 years.
It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal, and you're looking for that golden color, but you don't see a lot of salt there. We don't overdo. A little bit of canola oil, a little bit of salt. That's why we're sticking with Nature's Finest, because fruits and nuts, we've been eating that since the beginning of time.
Right.
Our bodies are used to it.
Yes, we know these ingredients.
We recognize these ingredients. These are Wisconsin cranberries. Let the red tell the story, my friends. I love these guys.
Are gorgeous.
It's because they're fresh. You walk in the supermarket or the gourmet shop again, and they're going to look dark as raisins, and that's wrong, and that means they're going to taste bad. Now, Greek yogurt, all the rage still. You're always hearing about Greek yogurt. Ours tastes really a teeny bit more like white chocolate, so it's not too tangy. It's a teensy bit sweet and very, very, very creamy.
Very creamy.
Very creamy, and that's what you want. You hit that creamy, you hit that nice tangy cranberry, and then let's go back to our almonds. That's a super nut. Doctors will tell you, my dad's a doctor, so I'll just say my dad tells me, almonds, handful of almonds every day, a little bit of salt, a little bit of canola oil. We have pineapple in here.
And you don't do pineapple often in your mixes.
No, we don't. No, we don't. And that's one of the sweeter fruits, so that'll hit that nice little sweet tooth. But again, they're fruits. It's what you recognize. We have big jumbo flame raisins again, nice big shiny raisins, and they're called jumbo flame because they're naturally sweet, one of the most naturally sweet raisins you can find. And then we have big sliced walnuts in this. We slice them because they come huge, and we want to try to make them kind of the same size of everything else.
The eating size, the grab and go size.
And that's not roasted or anything. That's all natural because they have kind of a natural toasty way about them anyway.
They do, and I just know my dad loves mixes from Germack, but this is something he could really sink his teeth into because he loves the variety. And this is what's great. You've got the 3 different nuts in there. You have the walnuts, the almonds, and the cashews. So you've got that toasty flavor, you have the buttery flavor, you have the crunch from the almonds, and then the fruits are so soft, and we're going from sweet to tangy, and then the creaminess from that Greek yogurt all in one. All of these have a freshness seal that's on the top, so that means if we don't pop that freshness seal,
right there.
I have one right here. What does it mean if we don't pop the seal?
If you don't pop that freshness seal, that jar is going to say fresh as the day it was born for 1 year. And I don't think we've gotten a look at it yet, but we'll get a look at it in a second. But the important thing is when you mention that is that These are packed fresh only when you order.
Right.
Wally in the warehouse, there it is. Wally in the warehouse is waiting. He's on speed dial and he is waiting. All the ingredients that I showed you up front are just like that in the Germack warehouse in Detroit, Michigan. And we will pack them fresh only to your order. They're not sitting around. And this is what I call before. And yum. See, I heard you crunch that.
That was the almond that I just put in my mouth.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
You know what? I need to remind you, this is a buy more, save more. We've only done a buy more, save more on one other set of mixes that you brought to us, and
That's
I think
right.
that was just very recently around the holidays.
Just over the holidays.
So you can do the set of 3 for $39 with your shipping included. But if you want to do the set of 6, you're actually saving $15 by doing it that way. And if you're saying, well, that's a lot of snacking. Yeah, but if you don't pop that freshness seal, you can keep this in your pantry.
That's right.
For a full year, because come May, not only do we stop being able to ship chocolate and yogurt like we're seeing in this case, we don't bring mixes like this back starting in October when we can ship it again. We usually only do these kinds of mixes in the spring.
Usually only in the spring because we'll become, July and August and September we can't ship, but then after that we start doing holiday type mixes. So we do get phone calls, and I do listen to you, and you always say, where is the Nature's Finest? When is the one with the Greek yogurt drops coming back? And here it is just for you, and I want to show you what I call the Germack factor. Again, Wally in the warehouse is waiting to pack fresh. You can't find anything like this in a grocery store. We're not hiding anything. Look at that.
And you know
Pack
what?
fresh to order. Look.
No dust.
No dust, no sand-looking crumblies, and no excessive salt. So that shows you that excessive salt would be falling off of those nuts.
Absolutely.
Would be falling off the product. That's your Germack factor.
And you know
right
what?
there.
All of the fruits, even though you would consider them to be dried, don't taste like your traditional dried fruits. They are soft.
Soft.
There's still moistness to them. I think the one that has the biggest body is the strawberry, but it's still not chewy. It's denser than the other fruits, but it's still soft and it's still sweet and incredibly delicious.
Incredible.
I highly recommend getting that set of 6 because it's rare that we ever do. It was only really one other assortment we ever did a buy more, save more on for Germack. And that set of 6 is going to be giving you snacking pleasure throughout the summer. I would think if you play your cards right, or you definitely want to get more than one set since we don't have it on
I would
delivery.
recommend it just because I've gotten to know you so well, and you bring that up a lot. I wish I hear that from you.
And people are asking you to bring stuff back, and there are times of year we just cannot do it.
And people come, if they know you have Germack, it's Mom, Dad, do you have a jar of Germack in the house? I just came for a visit. But again, I also want to especially tell you, this is especially for QVC customer. Don't look for it on Germack. You're welcome to call us and talk to us anytime. We'd love to, but we don't sell this anywhere but right here. And look at those creamy Greek yogurt drops. And look at those crunchy almonds. I mean, I heard you crunch that almond.
It's fantastic.
That's why it's nature's finest, because it's the finest of the things that your body's going to recognize. But you're going to love, love, love it. You're not giving up flavor. To
Not
eat
at
something
all.
To
Germack is always big on flavor. And I need to let you know, we began with 1,300 of these. We have fewer than 400 remaining between the two choices combined. The set of 3 or the set of 6. And don't forget, you're saving $15 if you go for that set of 6. And if you don't break that freshness seal, the jars will be good for a full year in your pantry. It's M49061. My dear, it's always so nice to see you.
I don't want to drop it. Right.
Don't drop anything.
Don't drop it. Thank you
6
so
is
much.
a lot. I actually could have attempted to do the Tower of 6, but it would have been as tall as me, so that would have been pointless.
would have been way up there.
It's a lot. Thank you so much, Christy.
Thank you, sweetheart. Good to see you.
Food on Cue is the name of the show. So Food on Cue, it's like, what is it? Well, it could be anything. It could be the crumb cake we started with. It could be great snacking from Germack.